Not a problem. For last padded practice on Friday, it'll be a sweats and just brushing up a couple things and staging our spring game. There were some good things out there today, but there were some things that we certainly need to work on. I think some of our guys might have had the attitude that, you know what, I just want to get through today's practice and spring ball is about done, and we need to learn how to finish, and I don't think we're there yet. But nonetheless, it was a good spirited practice. We ended up with a goal line scrimmage and came up with a big stop there, and which was encouraging on defense. Did get a couple guys nicked up today. I think DJ May pulled a hamstring, and we'll get some further information, but I would think it would look doubtful that he'll be in position to play for the spring game. The severity, I mean, it grabbed it pretty good, and I think Mark Nazacha did something to his foot, but we'll find out a little bit more. Hopefully we'll have those guys for the spring game, but if not, we don't. So that's kind of where we're at, still rotating quarterbacks, making progress there, but certainly not where we want to be yet. We're on a fast track, and Montana's not too far away. And so that's where we're at. Questions?
Craig, you mentioned about, maybe trying to teach these guys how to finish. That's, I understand, but how hard is that to do? And how do you go about trying to instill that or teach that to these guys?
You know what? It's kind of like making sausage. It doesn't look real good when you're doing it, but it sure tastes great when it's done. That's a process. And our guys really, I believe, want to do well, and they want to win. I'm not convinced they know how to win. And, ball games get decided most of the time in the fourth quarter, and teams drastically change in the fourth quarter. So that mentality of being disciplined and persevering, those are the things that are going to separate us, and that's part of Cowboy tough football. We're making progress, but we are a ways away from where we need to be.
Coach, what's the focus going to be on Friday where you're not going to be in pads, but, probably you want to stay healthy for Saturday, but kind of what are you going to be looking at on
we'll for sure stay healthy. It'll have to be something out of the ordinary for a guy to get nicked up. We'll work on some timing issues, also just organization for the spring game to make sure the game runs clean. I'll take a look at the depth chart. We had hoped to play a regular game. If we get real thin at some spots, we may have to amend that and have a running clock in the second half. But we'll get some things organized, and we'll split our teams up into brown and gold, and split our staffs up, and there'll be a trick play that each offense has an opportunity to have. Only one, though. But it's always a fun practice for our guys, and it'll cap off a spring practice.
Okay, will you guys divide the teams yourselves among the staffs, or will there be like a draft for the guys to make it fun, or how will you go about that?
That's a great question. No, we'll decide them by our staffs and make a determination. Typically, you're going to find how the game will come out. It'll be our one offense against our one defense, and we'll stage it that way in 2s on 2s, and then we'll mix in the 3s. But everybody will have an opportunity to play. May not play a whole lot, but everybody's going to get in the ball game.
Coach, can you take a step back? 13 practices in your first year. Talk about the strides that this team has made.
I think we're making strides as far as understanding how hard we need to practice. We went into a composition that was a little bit different as far as double reps, which means our guys practice a whole lot more, and they get tired. And sometimes, unless you've really hit a baseline, to really have to understand how hard you got to go when you're tired. I think we're laying a foundation there, which we're encouraged about. I think certainly installing our systems on offense, defense, and the kicking game. We have become more aggressive. Last Saturday's scrimmage was an improvement over the first scrimmage as far as being aggressive on all 3 phases of the game. So we're encouraged about that.